Hi mamas to be. I was gonna do a quick yoga tutorial, but Griffin's finally asleep, so I may do this really quickly and then jump to the tutorial. I wanted to share some information and tips on breastfeeding. If you are a new mom or if you're about to have a baby, I congratulate you. And it's just some advice from Estrella to you. Take it if it helps. If not, thank you for watching anyways. I breastfed all three babies, and some things, if we can take away just a few things really quickly to get to some points and to make this video short, would be if you are wanting to exclusively nurse, you can totally do it. And I say just mentally prepare to dedicate the time to it. So give yourself 3.5 weeks of absolute dedication before deciding if you're going to stop or not. And this is why. Give yourself 3.5 weeks of 3 meals a day, nice, healthy meals. And then snacks in between. Drink lots of fluid. This will help to put in the calories into your body to help produce the milk. Number 2 is, a lot of people say, oh, breastfeeding shouldn't be painful. If it's painful, you're doing something wrong. I hate those words. Nobody made anyone, the goddess of nursing. You're not doing anything wrong. You're learning, the baby's learning, and it's a learning curve, and you guys are experiencing each other and the process of breastfeeding for the first time. So give yourself some time and your baby some time to get the latching down. If the baby doesn't latch completely around the areola and just around the little nipple, then you're going to experience some chapping and sore nipples, which I had with all three. The other thing is you can use the breast milk itself to help soothe the nipple, or I used the Lantinol nipple cream, which I really liked for all three. A lot of people say, oh, I'm not making enough milk. Your full milk supply is not going to come in till day 3 or 4. And for those first 3 or 4 days, it's colostrum, which is really thick and yellow and packed with a lot of good stuff that your baby needs. Even if your baby needs to nurse every 5 minutes, trust that that's the norm, and your baby's not going hungry, and it's just part of having a little newborn baby. They need you so intensely at that time. And the other thing is that for at least those 3.5 weeks, I would say try not to pump, because you don't want to then bottle feed and confuse baby. Nipple confusion, they call it. But also because until your milk is really established, pumping doesn't, as good as some of the pumps are out there, it doesn't compare to the actual baby nursing. And I have found with the different pumps that I have used for the limited pumping that I have done, there's definitely a change in my milk production. The more the baby nurses, the more milk is going to be produced. Even if he's dry nursing, as in there's no milk coming out, but he's at the nipple, it's soothing him, 1, and 2, it's telling your breast, hey, I need more milk. And so on the next feeding and the next feeding and the next feeding, the milk is going to come in. How long? Well, my baby's crying all the time. I feel like I'm nursing him all the time. That's a really common question. I must not be making enough milk. For those first 3.5, 4 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks, your baby is going to nurse around the clock. So for all 3 of my babies, I nursed probably every 20 minutes, anywhere from 15, 20, 30, even 40-minute sessions. So it's really great if you have support of your partner to help you in those first couple of weeks, a family member to come over to help clean the dishes, to if you have another child like I do, I have 2 other ones, to help just kind of with those first weeks where the newborn baby needs you so much. Another thing is uh, the babies sometimes become overstimulated for whatever reason. It could be the noise, it could be the light, it could be whatever sensory. It's just sensory based. They may be overwhelmed in some way, overstimulated, and they're not latching and they're not nursing. And some people say, oh, they're done. They don't want to latch. I can't get them to latch. I guess this is not working out. And many times you just get frustrated. You're like, I've had conversations with my newborns like, you're killing me. Like, what are we doing? How can we get through this? And something that has helped every single time, because you get anxiety and your baby is crying and that raises your anxiety and you're sweating next thing you know, is to help them reduce that oversensory, the overstimulation. So what I found is each baby had something different. But what has helped commonly is to hold their hand, and then they squeeze and they hold, and their sensory just kind of relaxes and their focus comes down, and then they start nursing. If they're very upset, you may need to walk around with them a little bit till they calm down, and then go ahead and try that. Also, if they're very little, swaddling really helps. That whole, it brings everything tight and close and they feel cozy. Holding their legs, if you're cradling them, holding their legs in can help again to bring, the overstimulation, to close out all the craziness that may be, even if you don't, and I don't think it is, they're new to this world, so we are not sure what they're experiencing from a sensory level. Another thing is with my preemie, what helped me was massaging his legs as he nursed. So it was bringing this this attention into a very physical form for him, and he would get very anxious and upset, and he wasn't latching, and we wouldn't have a very peaceful nursing session. I'd massage, and then he'd start nursing. I am just putting that out there. I want you to have a really positive and successful nursing experience. I am here for any questions. If you want to leave any questions in the comments, if you have anything else you'd want me to share, I'm happy to. Know that it's tough. You're going to be so proud of yourself. And know that not all moms can nurse. And not all moms are going to produce the milk. And that's okay. But these are just some tips for if you want to try and go for the exclusive nursing. I hope you have a good day. I'm going to put this baby to sleep, and I'll come back with some yoga for you. Bye.